Krishna. Maya mugdasya jivasya Jneo anartas chaturvidah Hriddaurbhalyam cha aparadho Asatrishna tattva vibramah. So yesterday I spoke about tattva vibrama. Today I will speak on Hriddaurbhalyam. Very, very important one. This one, Hriddaurbhalyam. The weakness of heart, which makes our heart heavy and hard. So I gave the example, if you are going in a car from Pune to Mumbai on the way in Lonavala, say there is a ghat. If the car has to go, should you have less weight or more weight? Less weight, you can swiftly go. But Hriddaurbhalyam, weakness of heart, is like carrying a very heavy luggage. Very heavy luggage in the top of the car. Imagine a lot of iron and steel and everything. Carrying it would be very heavy. Similarly, what are those things that make our heart very hard and heavy? That is Hriddaurbhalyam. The first aspect of Hriddaurbhalyam is Tuchcha Icha, or Icha means desire for Krishna Itara, it is said. Krishna and Krishna Itara. We should actually have attachment to Krishna, but in the material world, due to our illusion, we are attached to things that are not related to Krishna. So, an easy way to remember this are 5 P's that pinch you. Can remember. What are the 5 P's that pinch you? Pleasure, people, position, possession, and penny. So the pleasures are 5. Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha. For example, if you are attracted to Krishna's beauty, then you will not look for any other beauty in this world. But most often people are not attracted to Krishna's beauty, so that naturally they go for becoming attracted to opposite sex. You will see that it's a natural. So that's for the eyes. Similarly for the ears, if you hear Krishna Leela, Krishna Katha, you will become so jolly and satisfied. But when we don't hear Krishna Katha, then we hear Kukatha. Yenna Brajantagavido Rachananubhadat Shrinvanti Ye Anya Vishaya Kukatamatignihi Yastu Shruta Hatabagair Nriviratasaras Tam Stam Chipanti Asharaneshu Tamassu Hantaha. Like that Brahmaji says in the 3rd canto of 15th chapter, he says that those people who do not hear Krishna Katha, Krishna's Leela, beautiful pastimes, they Anya Vishaya Kukata, they hear about other subject matters. Kukata means the story of the false heroes of this world who are perishable heroes. And the result is they fall down into the hell, he says. They become forgetful of the Lord and they engage in bad activities. People who make Hollywood, Bollywood people as heroes, heroines as their role model, naturally they become degraded in their activities. So, become attracted to Krishna's deity by seeing, hear Krishna Katha by hearing, taste only Krishna Prasad with the tongue. Don't eat anything else. Speak only Krishna's glories with your mouth. Don't talk prajalpa, isn't it? With the nose, smell the scent offered to the Lord. And with your body, hands and legs, you chant and dance. In this way, all the 5 senses, Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha, can be engaged in Lord service. But most people don't do this. Therefore, they become attracted to seeing some other beautiful form, hearing some cinema song. And in this way, eating that which is prohibited, touching things which are prohibited. In this way, this is called as Tuchcha Asakti. This Tuchcha Asakti is attachment for things not related to Krishna. And the result is 2. If you get it, after getting it, you become proud and you anticipate respect from other people. For example, if you got what you want in life, after getting it, you want to go and show off to others. I got it. Tell me I am great or not. I am great or not, like that. That's called Pratishtha. Asha. Pratishtha, Asha means you have expectation of respect from others. Like one time in Yatra, my spiritual master was telling, if any of you here in the Yatra today, due to Ekadashi, you may be doing Nirjal fasting. In case you feel proud that you are fasting even from water, it is best that you run to the kitchen now, take some prasad and put in the mouth and give up your pride. Rather than be very proud that you are Fasting. Because sometimes a person, you go and give some banana, somebody says, Nirjal. Nirjal. So that is pratishtha. Because he want to get fame and respect from others that I am a very advanced devotee, austere devotee, correct? So this is pratishtha asha. And in case you didn't get, then matsarata comes. Matsarata means, oh, he got what I wanted. I didn't get it. So you develop matsarata. Matsarata means, His Holiness Mahavishnu Maharaj used to say, Matsar is like machar. It always keeps biting you, stinging you in the mind. Your mind burns because of envy for others who achieved what you wanted. Correct, no? You had attachment to something, but that is gone to somebody else. You develop matsarata. And the result of both pratishtha asha and matsarata is only one result, which is kutinati, which is duplicity, deceitful behavior. For example, Kaikeyi wanted her son to become the king, Bharat, isn't it? So therefore, she was taught how to do kutinati by mantra. Correct, no? And that is how, and also you can see she is attached to her son and having hatred for Kaushalya's son. You can see that. She did. Similarly, the queens of Chitraketu, they all became envious of their co-wife Kritadyuti and they poisoned the child. Correct. And that is coming because of kutinati. Correct. Similarly, Shakuni, Duryodhana, they all hatched many plots to kill Pandavas. That is kutinati. Because of envy for Pandavas' opulences. Correct, no? So because Duryodhana was attached to the land of the Pandavas, so therefore they behaved like that. So I told you about the pleasures. Somebody may be attached to pleasures or somebody may be attached to people. For example, Chitraketu's wives are attached to their husband. Who? Chitraketu. But they thought that he is not paying us attention. He is giving attention to other queens. So if your attachment to people, if somebody he is giving more time to somebody, you become envious of them also. Like that. And similarly, you can be attached to pleasures or people or penny. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha both are attached to penny. And position. He wanted to become number one in the whole world. Similarly, in companies also people have aspiration for some position and that haunts their mind. If somebody else gets, they become envious. If they got, they become proud. They want prestige and everything. And possessions. Possession is actually basically Dhanam Janam Sundare. Possessions. So these 5 things which I told you, they always keep pinching the living being in the mind. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Unless you are Krishna conscious. If you are Krishna conscious, you will engage all the 5 senses in Krishna service. And whether a spiritual master calls you and talks to you, or he gives initiation and sends you away and go and do service in some part of the world, you can go and do it. Because your attachment to Guru is spiritual. You don't have to take a photo with him to show to the world that Guru is very close to you. Isn't it? So in this way, the pleasures, the people, the position, whether I am president of the temple or I am a PDC devotee, makes no difference because both of us have opportunity for seva. Ultimately, we have come to this organization for what? Service. If that is your aspiration, you are happy devotee. But if you want position, my friend became this and I also have to become this, then envy comes. Correct, no? And possession, you are giving a car to the department, you only gave me a 2-wheeler to this department. No. Your service requires only 2-wheeler. Their service requires car. So in this way, you are not greedy for possessions also. In this way, people, position, possession, penny, pleasures, all these things you have to be very attentive. I am giving all these little examples. Why? Look at your own mind about these 5 P's. Do some homework when you go back today. Take a pen and paper and check out of this 5 P, which P is pinching me now. You can find out. And then from that P is envy arising in your mind. Check it. That is Matsarata. Or you got it. You aimed at some competitive exam, you cracked it. Now you want the whole world to know that you cracked it. You go around telling everybody, I got it. Please glorify me. Please praise me. That is Pratishtha Asha. Correct, no? So because of these 2 things, like one king saw that, hey, Radha Govind Mandir, they have built so many stories. Radha Madan Mohan temple, so many stories. He saw from his palace. How can these fellows build such a nice temple? Go and break those tower. He arranged to break those towers. What is that? Envy. You can see that because he was attached to his own idea of God. So even in religion also people can be envious like that. One religious group becoming envious of another religious group. Actually, all are children of God. One should not be envious of other living entities. We should treat them like our own brothers and sisters. And ultimately, there is only one common father, Krishna, for everybody. Aham Beja. So don't be envious and don't have expectation of prestige. Your devotee is always in the mood of a servant. He doesn't expect any prestige. Prahlad, he was the king. He became king of the whole world. Anybody knows what is the first thing Prahlad did as soon as he became the king after Hiranyakashipu? Lord put him on the throne and Brahma coronated him with a mukut. First thing he did was called his ministers and said, they have made me the king now and I cannot rule the world without guidance from saintly persons. So please take me to some saintly person. So he boarded his chariot with his ministers and they went to Rishabha Hills near Melukotai. And there was a great Avadut Brahman. So Prahlad went and sat with him and had some very nice saintly conversations to learn from him how to rule the world. You can see that. In this way, Prahlad was in the mood of superiority or is in a humble mood? Humble mood. So in this way, there is no need for Pratishta Asha. He was always in the mood of a servant. In this way, he never did any kutinati. Although his father did a lot of kutinati. You can see the duplicity. So these four things you can remember. Tuchcha Icha, from that arises Matsarata or Pratishta Asha. And the result of these two is kutinati. All these four things put together are called as Hridaya Daurbalyam, weakness of heart. Like you see, Arjuna is attached to his own idea of not fighting the battle. That is actually Tuchcha Icha. Because attachment to relatives. Correct, no? So, and he is also considering, but if I don't fight the battle, I will lose the kingdom. My fame will be lost. He says, Kim no Rajana Govinda, Kim Boger Jivitana, all those things is considering. Should I fight because I will get this or I should not? His pros and cons is considering from whose point of view? His own point of view. Until Krishna taught him Bhagavad Gita and made him surrender. So if we also give up our point of view and accept Krishna's point of view, then the weakness of heart will go away. But when we keep our own mundane outlook to things of the world, the attachment cannot be escaped. Out of these four things, this is very tough to overcome. Which one? Hrid Daurbalyam. So I told you, read the 15th chapter, last verse purport. Two types of weakness of heart. One is to lord over the things of the world, these 5 P's I told you, and then become attached to them and become their slave. So if we can give up this attachment, chanting can be done very well. Because during the chanting time, the attachments lead to audasinya, which means you become indifferent to the holy name. The attachments are so deep-rooted, you, bead bag may be in the hand, you tell the holy name, you get lost, I am very attached to that thing. Our mind goes to some strong, like imagine one of you is writing UPSC exam. Your bead bag is in the hand, but UPSC, I'll become a collector and I'll become IAS officer. That is in your mind. And the holy name, you tell holy name, get lost. I have to become officer. Everybody has some attachment or not. So we have to get rid of these attachments if you want to chant the holy name properly. Because Krishna is above your UPSC also. He is above all, above millions of demigods. So we are calling him, and these are all tuchcha icha. You become a big boss now, and at the end of your life, you have finished, everything is finished. So give up all the material leanings and awaken the spiritual leaning towards Krishna. Then this weakness of heart will be finished. So this is one of the clouds which blocks our vision of the beautiful Krishna sun. So Hridorbalyam Aparado Asat Krishna Tattva Asat Krishna I spoke, Tattva Vibrama I spoke. This is Hridorbalyam. Other two I'll speak in the next 2 days. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desertaries or ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.